Hi. So quick side note. Apparently, the gameplay was not recording at all for that whole time. So, I'll put this in the front of the video. I'm just playing Minecraft, and what I'm saying doesn't really coordinate at all with the game, so it shouldn't be too weird. But there's probably going to be a couple moments where what I'm talking about doesn't line up at all with what I'm playing, and that is because the gameplay was not recording that entire time, which sucks. Anyway, thank you all again for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Hello everybody. Hey everybody, welcome back. I was working through Outlaws, doing side stuff, and I was going to do episode 3 today, but I wanted to do another Minecraft video because I don't have a lot of time today, and also I just want to talk, man. I like doing Let's Plays and all that, but I really like just talking. And recently, a coworker of mine brought up a philosophy. I know he's really into philosophy and stuff, and I'm in no way formally into. I think my house is that way. I'm in no way formally into philosophy, but I certainly enjoy like hearing about philosophy and trying my hand at it. So I was very interested in something he brought up, and pretty much what it is I forget. I should have researched it before I started. I'll link a video into the description that if you're interested, definitely go watch it. But I don't know the guy that started it. I don't remember his name. I don't know what the philosophy itself is called. But I know that the premise of it is like you have like nihilism, which is pretty much just kind of like the world is pointless and our lives are pointless, so what's the use in trying anything? This philosophy pushes past that and kind of asks like what, at least as I understand it, is like what, like yeah, life is like the point of life is just to live, and in that way life is kind of at the same time pointless but also extremely like meaningful, because when you subscribe to like a mindset, right, like that is and this isn't a bad thing, and I'm not even saying I agree with the philosophy wholeheartedly. There are things I like about it for sure, but for the sake of just getting it on the table and then expressing my thoughts, it's like if, what was I saying? Like if life is, when you subscribe to a mindset, you that's kind of in a way giving your life purpose. Like for an example, like religion kind of, or like I guess the two in the video that I watched and when me and my friend talked, the ones that came up were like political views and like religious views. They're kind of a way of assigning meaning to your life in the way that you have a set of values and principles that you uphold and try to maintain, and if you do successfully then you feel fulfilled, and if you fail then you don't, and you feel like unfulfilled, which in a way is still giving your life meaning, because you're still like if you feel bad about failing at something, then you're still feeling lost, and that means that you have something to lose, I guess. And now that I say all this out loud, I'm actually really not sure how much of this is actually part of the philosophy and how much of it is just me just yapping. But I think that I really like the idea. It's actually a coincidence because I had a friend recently who she's really struggling with. We had a conversation where she's really struggling with the meaning of life. and she doesn't know like why she's here, what's the point of trying to keep living, because it's hard and a lot of suffering. And generally, I like to be the person that says that kind of stuff. But I wanted to be there for her, so I was kind of telling her. I didn't want to tell her like the same old stuff that people say all the time, right? Like life is great, you just have to push past the hard parts and like whatever. Because I don't love that idea where it's like yeah, it's hard right now, but the goal is to just like endure it until it moves on, right? And like if you don't have a meaning in life, just endure the vast like chasm of purposelessness until you find like purpose. Like those seem, to me at least, that seems really like discouraging and not all that like productive, I guess. Because it's like, alright, in that case, the meaning of life is actually just like endurance. And like how long can you suffer? Like what lengths of time can you suffer before you feel like you can't anymore? Or which is like a valuable thing to have and to know about yourself. But I think that it's bad to say, like, if someone comes to you and says, what's the point of life? And you say, I don't know, but there is happiness out there. And even though you're suffering right now and you don't feel confident about your purpose, like, just suffer through and then you'll find it. Because first off, there's no guarantee that will happen if you're going down that path. And second off, like again, like that's not, I feel like, a healthy lesson of just saying like, because the way that at least I perceive it when people say things like that to me is like your purpose in life is to endure sorrow and then just enjoy the good things when they come. Oh, it's a beautiful dog. Can I give him meats? Oh, he's so pretty. I've never seen a brown dog in Minecraft. I want his freaking bone. Anyway, so I didn't want to tell her that because one, I just didn't believe it, and two, I really just feel like that's kind of a way to end a awkward conversation rather than like trying to help. And when a friend comes to you, like, you want to help. So what I ended up telling her was more or less like, there isn't really a meaning to life. Like, who knows what life is? A lot of it is what we make of it. But like when you have mental illness, especially like chemical mental illness, where it's not just like a bad bout, but like biologically, like there's something making it really difficult for you to like not feel depressed or anxious or whatever. Like that's rough. And so I like, yeah, I told her like, there's not the meaning in life is kind of what we put into it, and that's really hard, and it takes work, but rather than just enduring the bad moments and then just clinging to the good moments when they come, however long they are, and then having to jump right back into the bad moments, I think a more healthy idea, at least to me it feels like a more healthy idea, is you have to give life meaning yourself, in everything that you find and do. Like, you have to, if like those like memes, maybe I can find some and put them up on screen, like the memes of like the wizards, where it's like me and like the boys going on an ancient or like mythical quest, and it shows like two wizards like tromping through like the like down a path, but then in parentheses it's like we're just going to the store to buy like snacks or whatever. Like, it's like that. To me, it's like that. Like, you assign meaning like that. Like, in the moment, you find like the magic in it, you find the happiness in it, and you focus on that. And so I guess maybe a better way to kind of word what I mean is like every moment is its own meaning of life. like, rather than subscribing to some sort of, and I say that like it's a bad thing. Like, religion, I think, has the potential to be really good, and I think it's a nice way to have sort of a built-in set of morals and like guidelines and things for you to follow, and that's good. And I think that people need that more. I think it's a lot more healthy and popular than people tend to think these days. But and maybe religion even, and like political ideals as well, even are trying to say that. It gets so convoluted because people kind of get carried away. But like, instead, the point I'm trying to make is, instead of having like an overarching sort of feeling, or like a set of rules where it's you follow them, and then when you, by following them, the things you do have purpose. Like if I don't have sex before marriage, and I don't drink, if I don't do that, then no matter what I'm doing, life is fulfilling to me, and it has purpose. Opposed to taking every moment for what it is and saying, right now, I'm believing that this is the right thing for me to do, and so I'm doing it, and I'm being present for the people that are near me, the situation that's happening. I'm focusing on the good. I'm turning it into something that I can be a part of and remember. And if anything that I do right now feels wrong, then I'll change it, and the next time it happens, I'll feel more fulfilled. And I don't know, I'm sure there's flaws with that, but I guess like truly, like, the point I'm trying to get at is, like, assign your own meaning to every moment, and then rather than getting an idea in your head and then saying, this idea is the meaning of life, and so I need to chase it, and as long as I'm succeeding at whatever this ideal is, then my life has meaning. I think it's, in my line of thinking, it's more like the opposite, where it's like, the meaning of life is to live, and if I'm living, and while I'm living, if I'm like actually living, like being present, looking for the good, fighting my fights, whether that's like they're mental or physical, sometimes just not breaking down and crying is being present. And sometimes if you're feeling like up to it, like maybe sometimes laughing till you cry is the meaning. But no matter how you look at it, that's what I mean. And I guess at this point I would also like to clarify, because I did go kind of harsh there on I'm not trying to say that being part of something bigger, that's not what I mean. I'm not trying to say that if you do go the other way, where it's like you found a religion that really works for you, they have a set of rules, and if you follow the set of rules, then you're living a successful life, and then when you die, like, you get your awards or whatever. Like, that's fine, and I'm not trying to say that's not good, or that's not okay, or that's not correct. Like the whole point of philosophy is to ponder, and if anyone ever finds a philosophy and says this is the correct one and other people should do it, then like you've lost, and you're not any better than crazy political or crazy religious people that say the same thing. But I think that this line of thought, where it kind of leans more towards life is sort of meaningless when you look at it as a whole, but that's good and can actually be like really beneficial for trying to just live and be like happy. I'm not trying to say that's right, but I'm trying to say like there's something there, and I think that people kind of get caught in the nihilism of it and if they like themselves start thinking down that way, or hear someone offer a suggestion like that, I think it kind of turns into just like, oh, they're like sad and depressed and there's not meaning, so okay. And that's not what I want, and that's not what I'm trying to say. I just want to propose an idea that one could explore further down. It's not, and I don't even, I was going to talk about the other guy's thing, because that's kind of my own like views on it, Because, oh, that's right, that's why I brought it up, because that's what I told my friend, and then literally the next day, my other friend sent me that video and like a little like paragraph or two of like a sum of it and how he views it. And it got me thinking, like stoicism is something that I like, and it's a philosophy that I've found a lot of value in, and it's gotten me out of some really, really hard times. Although I do realize it's not really for everybody. I think it could be, but I think it's kind of rough to get into if you're not really looking for it. But a good difference between this guy's philosophy and stoicism is again, I'm paraphrasing, so this might have a lot more me in it than I intended. But he says something like in stoicism, you assign meaning to things and take everything as it is. You don't let yourself get too attached to things to a point where you lose control over how you feel or how you react. And with everything, whether you care about it or not, like everything is just what it is, and you have to accept that. And if you can accept that and just accept that the world will operate as the world operates, things are outside of your control, there's no reason to like get upset and lose energy over things you can't control, then like those are the tools for a happier life. And I agree with that. This other philosophy though kind of says like just don't care about like literally anything, or do care, but if you're caring about it, if the situation changes or your views change and you caring about something gets to the point where it's frustrating and hard for you to care about it without getting hurt, then stop caring, and it's up to you to just not care anymore. And wow, sorry about that word breathe, that was really weird. And I don't, because then it's like, are you really caring about anything at that point, or are you just taking, sorry, I'm gonna move the mic a little bit. Are you really caring about anything at that point, or are you just sort of taking advantage of good situations and then dropping them when they become difficult? And if that is the case, then is that even like a negative thing? Like, I don't, if that's how you want to live your life, like, can anyone really blame you? For me personally, I think that's a little too passive. I think that it's important to feel bad, but not to the point where you lose control of yourself. Just like, it's important to feel the negative things, and I think it's it seems to me like it would be kind of dangerous to get in a mindset where you can say, this situation has become difficult and so I no longer care, and like literally like the Hondo and Naka meme of like, this business is no longer profitable. Like, I don't know, that's a little too passive for me, and maybe that's not exactly what the philosophy is meant to say, and maybe that's just how I interpreted it and it's incorrect. But as I interpret it, I don't love that. But I think there is wisdom in it. I think it is important for us to learn and to be able to see something happen to us and say, okay, today I am really stressed because I feel like my hair is all wonky, I forgot my hat, and I just feel like everybody's staring at me. And then you can say, with this philosophy, you can say, whether or not it's true people are, like, there's a whole separate topic about that, of like whatever, but like assuming people are actually just staring at you, you can say, the people are going to feel how the people think, right? Like, if I'm walking down the street and people are staring at me, they think I look strange, whatever, like, there's nothing I can do to change that right now. But what I can change is how I let myself let that in. If I look at these people staring at me, I get upset, I get embarrassed. That's on me, and that's something I'm allowing myself to feel. But if I just don't care and say the people will feel how the people feel, I'm choosing not to care, then you're good. And they can think whatever they want, and it's not your responsibility. You're not letting yourself feel embarrassed or awkward about that. And that's chill. On the other hand, if you feel like, you know, all the pretty girls are looking at you and, you know, giving you the side eye, doing the lip bites, then hell yeah, dude, you should feel proud about that. Get into that. That's sick. So maybe that is more what the philosophy means about caring and then not caring. Because if that's the way, I respect that and I like that, and that feels a lot like stoicism to me as well. I don't know, they're very similar philosophies, and I think the reason why I feel like it's so drastic in the change is because it's hard for me to decipher the two without that big change. So I don't know. I'll put the video in the description. Definitely give it a watch if anything I said here makes sense. The guy in the video that I'll link is much more well worded and has his thoughts all much straighter than I do. This is why I usually record before I play and not record as I play when I'm trying to do like a talkie video, because I have a horrible attention span and I cannot split between two things. Like I've just been running around this whole time. I haven't even been doing anything. But anyway, I think that is all I have to say about that for right now. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are, if you agree or disagree with me. If you want to expand, just please start a conversation. I love hearing people's thoughts and having ideas. So definitely leave a comment if you feel like you have something you want to say. Aside from that, I'm really grateful for everybody that's watched and clicked through. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. And I hope you guys have a good few days. I'm going to try and be the rest of this week is going to be busy, so we'll see. I want to upload again, but maybe I won't have a chance to until next week, but I'm going to try at least one more time this week. So in any case, I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.